Good afternoon, esteemed professors, dear colleagues. We are Licenciado Jonathan Álava and Licenciado Jairo Segovia. And today we are going to present the introduction and chapter number 1 of our thesis. The name of our thesis is the effectiveness of mind mapping techniques for improving literal reading and comprehension on B1 level learners. Okay. So first of all, we are going to give you like a quick overview of the basic structure of our presentation. Okay. Okay. As you can see, there is the overall part that we are going to do right now. First, we have the introduction. This is just for us in order to state our problem and our objectives. We are also going to discuss the importance of English, both in a global way and also in our Ecuadorian context. We are going to mention the shortcomings of teaching methods and the potential that mind mapping techniques has to enhance them, okay? In chapter number 1, that is about the theoretical framework. In this chapter, we are going to cover the theories and all the literature that we have done so far that has led us our research into the findings that we have and we help to develop our thesis program, okay? In chapter number 2, the methodological design, we are going to explain the different methods that we use to analyze and to collect data. We have conducted pre-test, post-test, and all other techniques that we are going to mention and explain a little bit further in this chapter. In chapter number 3, we have the analysis of the results. We are going to present systematically all the improvements or all the changes that we have seen once we have applied this study. And in the conclusion part, we are going to discuss our findings and provide recommendations based on our research. Okay, let's continue, please. Okay, the introduction part. Okay. Well, first of all, let's remember that English, both in Ecuador and globally, is so important for both education, jobs, and in many other areas. But now, our current method teaching techniques lack an effective reading strategy. So that is one of the things that led us to develop these improvements. The dependent variable that we have is literal reading, and the independent variable is the mind mapping techniques. Okay, let's continue, please. Okay, the general research objectives that we try to determine the impact of mind mapping techniques on the development of these skills. We want to, first of all, analyze the current literal reading comprehension level of students. Second of all, we want to design and implement mind mapping techniques to improve such techniques. Number 3, we want to evaluate the efficacy of these techniques in enhancing literal reading comprehension, and we want to see how they evolve, okay? Now my colleague Jonathan Alaba is going to continue with the exposition.
Okay, now I am going to explain you why we decided to carry out this research. I am going to give you the justification of this project. Here I have 3 important questions that they are going to explain why we carry out this investigation. First, what? We are exploring the efficacy of mind mapping techniques on B1 literal reading comprehension skills among second baccalaureate students at Unidad Educativa Benito Benítez San Andrés. Second question, how, by investigating their use of mind mapping techniques as a language learning tool, both inside and outside the classroom, and why, in the Unidad Educativa José Benítez San Andrés, the students of the second year BGU has been performing with low scores in reading assessment during international examinations. So by the introduction of these graphic organizers, the students will be able to reach higher grades than before in the reading section. Now I am going to give you the literature review of these projects. Mind mapping helps students to understand and remember information by organizing it visually. Studies by Busan, Tadese, and Septillana show that mind maps make it easier for students to grasp new concepts and improve their reading skills. A mind map starts with a main idea in the center, with related ideas branching out. This method engages both inside of the brain, boosting critical thinking and creativity. In addition, mind mapping can be used as a different stages of reading lessons. Before reading, it helps students to recall what they already know. During reading, it helps them understand and connect new ideas. And after reading, it helps them summarize and remember the material. Teachers and students both play an important role in using mind map effectively. Dependent variable. That is, claim that literal reading skills refer to the competence to understand written texts. Septillana 2021 declares that literal reading skills is a cooperation between the reader and the text to get a message from it. Gustanti 2021 believes that literal reading comprehension skills refers to the ability to understand and interpret the explicit or direct meaning of the text. This is according to the independent variable, and let's see what is about the dependent variable. Well, dependent variable. Mind mapping is a technique that visually represents ideas and concepts, plus information in an interconnected way. Rihanna Chica 2020. According to Kepirianto 2022, mind mapping techniques involve creating visual diagrams that represent ideas and concepts, organizing them around a centralized theme to enhance understanding and memory. And last but not least, according to Tony Busen Learning Center, graphic organizers involve the creation of diagrams with an idea or topic at its core, surrounded by branches that represent categories or key concepts related to the central theme.